There's new leadership in the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office, and the mother of one crime victim tells us she's already seeing a difference. Our Justina Cornell spoke to that mom today, and Justina joins us in studio with reaction.
Yeah, Mike. So Neekia Danfort's 25-year-old son, Isaiah, was shot and killed last year in the Desilets neighborhood. A man was charged with his murder, but Danfort said she barely heard from the Circuit Attorney's office all year. But now she says that's changed. Monday morning, the sun sits above the Civil Courts building in downtown St. Louis. A ray of sunshine Neekia Danfort needed to face her son's murder trial.
He's not here. I'm his voice, and I will forever be his voice. It's actually the second time that I actually seen the defendant face up in court. So this time it was a little bit more emotional this time.
Emotional after seeing Quentin Roberts. He's accused of shooting and killing her son, 25-year-old Isaiah Danfort. The murder trial has already been delayed, and the prosecutor on the case resigned earlier this month. Just last week, Neekia sat down with Five on Your Side talking about the lack of communication from the Circuit Attorney's office.
You're already kind of starting to see a lot of changes, at least for me anyway.
Since Kim Gardner resigning, Neekia said the tide has turned.
We've actually had communication with maybe one or two of them. It gave me a lot of hope this time. It actually got me a little choked up and a little bit more emotional because it's the most conversation that I've had in the last year or so. I got a lot of faith that things is going to turn around.
Monday morning, the judge in her son's case continued the murder trial instead of dismissing it.
So that was a plus. I'm just glad that they didn't throw the case out.
While this case may eat up more time.
At first, the emotional part of me, of course you want I want to get this done.
She believes these changes may bring more transparency and shed some light.
It gives them a chance to actually really look at whatever evidence is out there and then be able to also include us in well as to keep us up to date to what's going on. And as long as I keep my son as my angel, I know that things are going to look up.
The judge continued this case in 2 weeks for a status conference to see what's next. There were also 6 other cases today in St. Louis Circuit Court. 2 criminal trials and 1 civil case will still happen this week.